All right, so welcome to the first episode of Big Money MLM Podcast. I am your host. My name is Sarah Elizabeth. So here's the real question. How do serious MLMers who don't want to bug their friends and families and who want to make big money and grow a six-figure plus home business, how do we recruit people just like us, people who are action takers, into our downline, creating extra income, and yet still have the time freedom to go live our lives? That's the number one question, and this podcast is going to answer that. My name is Sarah Elizabeth, and welcome to the Big Money MLM Podcast. And I'm super, super excited to start this journey with you. I gotta be honest from the very beginning, I am new to this whole podcasting thing, and I'm kind of nervous. So just bear with me the first couple episodes, obviously until I get kind of like the gist and the rhythm and how things go. But yeah, so this podcast is super, super cool. So what we do, and the thing is like we focus on MLM and network marketing or direct sales, whatever you really want to call it. But it's really funny because, people, they get uncomfortable sometimes when they ask, they'll ask me, why I joined an MLM. And it's especially uncomfortable, those people who who still believe in the pyramid schemes, or who still think like you have to have home parties, or still imagine just people going to malls and chasing down people to try and join their MLM. Now, I just want to say right now that, you guys, that is not me at all. You will never see me in a mall chasing down people to join my MLM. No way. I'd rather do other things like work at Walmart or Target. Okay, you guys? But yeah, I personally hate those tactics. I honestly, this is funny because I think they're bonkers, you guys. Personally, I don't want to do them. Like, there's just some thing inside of me that no matter how hard, even if I wanted to, like if it was the only thing left in the world to do, like there's something inside of me that just says, no, no. It's like a wall inside of me. It's like, no, you will not do that. And no matter how hard, I mentally prepare myself or push myself, I physically can't. I physically don't do it. And I don't know what it is, and it's just not my thing. So you guys, that's not what this podcast is about at all. I just want to be upfront and personal, and upfront and honest with you guys about that. And so I think that those tactics and those strategies and those old ways to do MLM, or the traditional ways that we think of when we think of MLM, I named them above, but I think they're archaic. I think it reminds me, like, for those of you who remember what it's like, but it's like back in the day, and honestly, you guys, I'm not that old, but like back in the day, when we had dial-up internet, like that's what these tactics remind me of. It's like using dial-up internet when we have high-speed internet available. Like, why in the world would we do dial-up internet when we have the opportunity to do high-speed internet? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Guys, let's go the high-speed internet route, because let's just get rid of dial-up. I mean, it took like 30 minutes to even start up anyway. So guys, the whole reason, like, I think, you guys should listen to this podcast is because me personally, I'm focused on marketing. And, that's kind of the thing, when we think about network marketing, the marketing's in the name, but the funny thing is that most people, when they join, a network marketing or MLM, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, it's usually their first exposure, their first business adventure. And so they have zero idea what they are even doing. Zero idea what they are even doing. And, we have no marketing experience. And actually the funny thing is that a lot, because we don't know anything, what do? We follow the steps of our upline, and we ask them, what do we do first? And what is the first thing they're going to tell you? The first thing they're going to tell you, you nailed it. Make a list of your friends and family and go see how many of them you can get to join your downline. And you guys, that's not marketing. And something that I am really passionate about is learning how to market as a network marketer. And it's not just about selling, it's about marketing. And let me show you just the difference of marketing. So, for example, when we usually do, an MLM and network marketing, we normally have the idea of going out and chasing our prospects, right? We're going out and finding friends and family. We're messaging hundreds of people to try to get them and prospect them to join, to get our product or to even join our MLM business. That's exhausting, you guys. That is in no way, shape, or form time freedom. That is time consuming, and that controls your whole life. And I have done those types of things before, and that's how I know the experience, and that's how I know they don't work for me personally. And so what I want to do is, instead of chasing prospects, and it's funny, I had somebody use the analogy of, when you chase prospects, it's like chasing a rabbit. Have you any of you guys ever actually chased a rabbit? I mean, it's virtually impossible. Okay, I mean, those things are freaking fast, and chasing prospects is a lot like chasing a rabbit. So good luck with that. But when we focus on marketing as network marketers, we're not chasing our prospects, we're attracting our prospects. So we are actually having our prospects come to us rather than us going to our prospects. That if that makes sense, you guys, it's a huge key to think of when it's like changing the mindset of the network marketing, right? We want to become marketers in general who are part of a MLM or network marketing system, not just like people who are going out and chasing people to join our downlines. Like that's not what we're about. Okay, so believe it or not, I've actually grown up in this business. I've been a part of network marketing. Gosh, honestly, I think I started like when I was 12. My mom is a huge leader at the company she's with right now, and she started this journey when we were about 12. When I was about 12 years old, I think my brother was at 10. It could have been sooner. I honestly, let's just be honest, I just don't even remember a time when we were not a part of network marketing. Like, I kind of grew up with it. So I grew up going to, the home meetings. I grew up going to the Super Saturdays, and I grew up going to conferences and all the in-home presentations. I grew up doing all of that. I even watched my mom, she was a super duper hard worker. And I admire her because she actually was able to grow her network marketing and MLM business using the old traditional ways. And that's not easy, you guys. That's hard work. She was a hard worker. And, growing up, it was a really nice thing to have my mom at home, and I really actually did value the MLM network marketing. I loved it, and the funny thing is that my mom actually took me, like I said, she took me to all the events and stuff like that, and she took us to a conference, and she did that partly, especially in the beginning, was just because we couldn't afford to have a babysitter. Like we couldn't afford to have a babysitter, so my mom brought us everywhere, and me and my brother. And I think the other half was that she did want us to get exposed to how amazing this opportunity is. And the funny thing is that it worked. I totally bought into the dream. I wanted it all. I wanted the time freedom. I wanted the financial freedom. I wanted the time freedom. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted all of that stuff. Like, it spoke to me in every single aspect. I wanted to be part of a loving community, I wanted it. I drank the Kool-Aid, as I like to say. And so, the first thing that I wanted a couple years later, because obviously, I was younger. So the moment I turned 18 years old, the only thing I wanted for my birthday was to be a part of the MLM, part of my mom's downline. And I was so excited. And 18 was the youngest you could be at the time. So I was super, super excited because I had the dream, like, I was a superstar. I wanted to be the superstar. Like, I wanted to just go out and kill it. I wanted to be that person on stage, going out and being like, I worked my ass off. And, I worked my ass off. And I was able to create this huge downline organization, create the financial freedom, and the money, and all that stuff that we all want, right? That's what I wanted. And lo and behold, once I started doing it, once I started, making the list of all my friends and families, and here's a funny thing a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think that, if you're, say the daughter of a son, or your parents are part of an MLM, like, they think that you might have an advantage, or, might be, better at the opportunity than the rest of the other individuals, or the other downline members, your sideline buddies. They think that you have an advantage above the rest. And I gotta be honest, you guys, that's not the case at all. Like, I'm talking at all. Like, let's just think about this, because I grew up in the network marketing field, every single one of the people I knew were already in network marketing. They were already a part of an MLM. I didn't really have any, friends and family to even reach out to at the time. So I actually had to go out and build relationships, and that in itself was hard, because all I thought about while I was going out and building those relationships is how I can turn this conversation into, hey, you need to join my downline. which was not in my own integrity and didn't feel authentic to me. It felt manipulative. And it wasn't anything that anybody taught me. It was just something I really wanted the dream that bad that I was willing to, just go to the gym and make friends and stuff like that. But, I never followed through. I noticed a lot of times I never followed through with the fact of asking people to join my downline. So I just got really good at making friends. That was probably the only benefit from that exercise, is that I got really good at making friends. But like I said, I never followed through with actually asking people to join my downline, because I didn't want to teach the stuff that I was being taught to do. I couldn't even do the stuff that I was being taught to do. And it was hard, you guys. It was challenging, really hard. And I remember, it just got so hard. And I got, when you get into it for a while and you keep trying, you kind of get a little burnt out. Your wood gets a little wet. And so what I started doing instead is I started, branching out, and I started learning about online business. Because like I said, I really wanted to automate things. I really wanted to be able to drive Facebook advertising. And it really just fueled me, because I could see with the online business how it could create time freedom and financial freedom and all this stuff, all the things that the MLM promises. Well, I could also see that in an online business. So, for a meantime, I did take a break with MLM. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I did take a break. I got tired. I wanted to focus on something else, and that was the perfect thing for me to do. So what I started focusing on is but just learning about online business in general, and marketing and advertising and social media and engaging and all that stuff that comes with owning an online business. And I started really diving into that, and I got really into funnels. And I thought they were brilliant. And the funny thing is like, I didn't even know what it was at the time. And I was just searching around, and then I found this guy. His name was, I'm pretty sure you guys know him. His name was Russell Brunson. And then there was Steve Larsen, who, for those of you who don't know, Steve Larsen is the lead ClickFunnels, or at least was the lead ClickFunnels builder, the lead funnel builder at ClickFunnels. And actually, ironically, he specialized in MLM. And then Russell Brunson is the CEO of ClickFunnels. So I started just learning all I could about that stuff. And it was so fascinating for me. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Like light bulb moments went off in my brain. And so I went out and did my own, online business. I started, I believe, let me see if I can count. I believe I started I want to say 4. I think that's 4 businesses online. And, that's what I did. I started it, and I found, when you start things, there's a lot of learning curves. There's a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of things that come with, just learning new space and being a beginner. Some things work and some things don't. And some things you have to outsource, and some things you have to learn how to do yourself. So it was a lot challenging than I remember, or that I had any idea that it would be. And honestly, the hardest part was just creating the products. The hardest part for me was just creating the products, and which actually brought me back to the MLM space, because you guys, the only thing we have to do in MLM and network marketing is market and become a good leader. We don't have to worry about the product. We don't have to worry about, shipping or product return or any of that stuff, product malfunction. That is all done by the company, which is awesome. It's so freaking awesome. This is coming from somebody who had started, 4 businesses and was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot more work than I had ever known. There's so many problems come up you had no idea even existed until you start doing the online business thing, and you're like, oh, oops, ooh, I don't know how to solve this problem. Oops, oh my gosh, that's not working. Oh crap, oh no. And so that got me thinking back into the MLM space. And like I said, I found Steve Larsen, and he specialized in MLM funnels. And I was like, what if we could what if this actually worked? What if we could actually use funnels or online marketing to automate our own MLM and network marketing business? How game changing would that be? I mean, you guys think of it. What if you had 2 or 3 new people every single day applying to be a part of your downline? Guys, that is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, let me put it in perspective. Some people, they are lucky to get 2 to 3 people in their downline in 1 month. Like, that's kind of the reality of it. Like, on average, people don't recruiting's a lot harder than people think. So if you could recruit, if you had people apply to join your downline for 2 to 3 new recruits every single day, guys, that's game changing. That's life changing. That's using marketing and network marketing instead of prospecting or chasing people to join your downline. Like, that's the difference, and that's the power. And I started learning and I started applying that to my network marketing business. And guys, it started working. I was so freaking excited. And yeah, it's just been a total, complete game changer. And that's why I kind of wanted to create this podcast for you, because I want to take you on the journey with me as I discover and as I learn. Because, doing this podcast for me as well, I'm also learning and, expanding, growing and all this other stuff, with you. So, and I get to take you part of the journey and just, you get to see me as a person, a real person who has struggles and who has triumphs just like everyone else. You guys, I really don't aim to be perfect. I'm super against being perfect. I'm just really authentic and I'm really me. So you get that in this podcast, as well as, all the amazing things that I come up with recruiting, auto recruiting funnels and auto recruiting funnels, as well as product funnels to help sell your product online. Like, how cool is that? Now, obviously, some of the things I'm going to teach you, it does depend. Like, every MLM and network marketing is going to have a different rules. So I do understand that and I do respect that. So obviously, make sure that what I'm saying you guys can use in your network marketing as well, because I know everyone has different rules. Everyone's different, everyone's unique. But I do want to make sure I give the most value and the most content to you guys. So yeah, that's kind of just how, I got started in this network marketing field. And what's really cool now is that me and my mom are doing this together. So it's super duper exciting, and she's learning as much as I am. And it's funny because, like I said, she is a top leader. She is a top leader currently at the company that she's with right now. And I'm teaching her new stuff, which is so cool, because I never thought that I would be that person who would teach, my upline new skills. So that's really cool, you guys. So this podcast is super cool. So again, if what you're hearing sounds good, then this podcast is totally for you. Now, the only other thing you guys can do, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. But listen, for those of you who are interested in joining my downline, all you got to do is go to mlmbadassbabes.com and apply to join my downline. So like I said, it is by application only. And now the only thing is that I am personally growing a powerful team of badass babes. So yes, it is exclusively for women. But the really cool thing about the company that I partnered with is that there aren't any of those stupid restrictions like you can only be a part of one MLM, or you if you're already a part of another MLM, then you can't be a part of this one. Like, yeah, we don't do that. That's dumb. If you guys are a part of another MLM, great. If you're a part of 2 or 3 MLMs, fantastic. Like, if you've never been in MLM or network marketing before, awesome. Like, everyone is welcome, you guys. So there's no exclusions again. Again, if you guys are interested in joining my downline and seeing all the goodies you get, if you're accepted, just go to mlmbadassbabes.com to apply. Now, I do have to say, not everyone's going to be accepted, obviously, because it is by application only. But guys, it's completely free to apply. So again, you guys, I am really excited about this podcast, and I feel this inner drive to start sharing what I'm learning in this type of things with you guys, and especially the hacking the secrets to how to make big money, or gangsta money, as my friends like to call it. In the network marketing space. So it is really going to be a great adventure with you guys. So go ahead, please subscribe. And like I said, if you are interested in joining my downline, go to mlmbadassbabes.com. See ya. Hey, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode. Would you like to be a part of my downline and learn how to put your MLM business on autopilot? If so, go ahead and apply to join my downline. It's 100% free by visiting mlmbadassbabes.com.